Hello everyone, I am Erika of BEADIngschool.com and you are watching No One Has to Bead Alone, my weekly beading workshop on Facebook that we started more than a year ago when first lockdown hit to ease the effects of loneliness, to fight loneliness, and we are still going strong. We meet every week, we work together on the same design, beaders from all around the world. And I see some friendly faces joining us today. Katie is here, Shirley is here, and Connie is here, and Belinda is here, and Liv, and Susie is here, and Miriam, and Sarah, and Faye, and Kata is here, Natalie, Sandra, Facebook user friend. So ladies, if you are watching from the Beading School Club, since you can watch from two places, the Beading School by Erika Shandor Facebook page, or from the Beading School Club. So if you are watching from the Beading School Club, then in the very first comment, there was a link that you need to click so I can see your name and I can see your face. And then I can greet you like, hi Corinne, and hi Deb, and Janine, and Margaret is here, and Christina, and Annie is here, and Veronka is here. Lovely company today, ladies, as every week. And thank you so much for the compliments. Susie and Katie also noticed it, and hi Katja! Indeed, I have a pair of new earrings. Originally, I intended to wear something different. Here it is. As I have just completed my new Regina earrings that we beaded together 2 weeks ago when we met for the last time. However, today I have met a very good friend, Alina. She is the godmother and the inspiration behind my Alina earrings that many of you have beaded actually. And recently she spent some time in Mexico visiting a loved one, and she brought me back some very special gifts. Besides a mango ripened by the Mexican sun, she brought me back a pair of beaded earrings made by the 𝐊𝐻𝐿 tribe in Mexico, and I just love them, and it feels so special to have a pair made by the 𝐊𝐻𝐿 tribe. So of course I had to wear them today. And Maria joined us also, and Gunel, and Gabriella. Mektab is here. Ludka is here also, and Claire. Welcome, ladies. Today we are going to work together on the Petronella earrings that you see on the picture. Well, earrings for me, but it can be anything that you want it to be. It can be a pendant, it can be a component to your bracelet, it can be attached to a filigree brooch base, or even a ring base, of course. And since I am mentioning filigree components, then before we would start, I have a favor to ask you. So I'm pretty sure that you remember the vintage elegant style filigree box that we had a couple of weeks ago. There are still some left, very few. However, that's not why I wanted to talk about them today. So, some of the filigree components, the big ones that are pegged by when there is only one piece in a bag, they were pegged for you by a very special lady. This lady is 90 years old, and she is the godmother of my high school friend Andrea. And Andrea recently joined us at Beadingschool, and we work together since October, and she used to sit behind me during high school, and we together used to really suck at mathematics and physics. And sometimes we would visit her grandmother, who would make lunch for us. And these days, when the lady is 90 years old, then, well, it's not so easy for her to like find things in life that keep her going. So Andrea found her this task that she was putting those filigrees, which are like big and only packed by one piece, to the little bags. And today, actually, she had to go to the hospital, and we would like to cheer her up. And I would like to ask you that if you have used some of these filigree components that you received in the filigree box, for example, the arabesque or the estrella, everything that is like a big one, and there is only one piece in the bag, then could you please upload a picture of it to the Beading School Club, so then Andrea could show them to her tomorrow that this became from the beautiful components that she packed for you. So thank you very much in advance. If you decide to do that, we would really, really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much, ladies. And before we would start beading, I have Claire, thank you. Thank you. I am really glad that you like the idea. And hi, Christine. So, thank you so much, Katie. And besides the filigree box, I would also like to mention something else. As we have the big competition coming to celebrate beadwork, and as an opportunity to show off what we learned and achieved together. And I have just opened the submission sheet this week for the contest. So we are already actually getting jewels for all the 3 categories, and it's super exciting, and it's so wonderful to see your talent and creativity. So if you are done with your beautiful jewel for one of the 3 categories, then you can already upload them one by one or all 3 together. It's up to you, through the page that I have just posted. And I would really recommend to check out the prizes that were offered by our generous sponsors. The main sponsor of the competition is Matubo Bead, and then Beadsmith and Preciosa Crystals. And I would like to show you today a sneak peek of one of the prizes that you can win, the category, the Beading School category, where you can bead one of the Beading School designs, and it has to contain one of the colors, at least one of the colors of the Beading School mandala, so turquoise, fuchsia, or yellow. The category is sponsored by Beadsmith, and this is a sneak peek of the prizes that they sent for you, that are waiting for you. and I think they look super exciting and intriguing and inspiring. And actually today is Stephen Vei's birthday, who is with Beadsmith Company, and he even sent us a handwritten note wishing you all the best for the competition, together with the prizes. So this is what's waiting for you, and I wish all of you lots of creative ideas while getting ready for the competition. So in the meanwhile, I'm checking out also the comments, of course. And Susie says about Andrea's grandmother, I hope she will be better. I made the tulip tower earrings for her as Andrea asked me. Love to see her being happy. Yeah, actually, Andrea ordered a pair of these small, cute tulip tower earrings from Susie for her grandma. So that made her very, very happy. I remember Andrea saying how she was like putting them on and being happy about herself and the precious gift. So thank you so much, Susie. And somebody is having coffee with her mom. Good to see you. I don't see your name, unfortunately. And Ginny is here. So good to see you, Ginny. Ginny says, I just wanted to say hello. I cannot watch today, but I will catch the broadcast later. I have to meet my beading friends in a short time. Missing the broadcast this week. Ginny, enjoy the special time with your friends, and I am looking forward to seeing your creations later. Kathy likes the sneak peek of the Beadsmith prize. Oh, and Claire says that the first piece for the competition just needs a clasp, and I need to get the beads together for my second entry. You make me so excited, people. And hi, Sharon. Oh, so, and let's get started. So I will hide now the competition picture, and let's look at Petronella. What do we need for Petronella today? So this is the motif that we are going to work on together. And of course, it comes with a printable pattern that will make your job easier and that you can save to your computer and get back to it later also. So I have just posted the link. It's the usual beadingschool.com/no one has to be alone / and then there you have two options. You can either download the tutorial for free and then accept my helping hand to keep you beading, or you can decide to buy the tutorial for €5 and support the broadcast. And I would like to thank everyone who is here with us, because the company, the community is the most important. And I would also like to say a big thank you to everyone who decided to buy the tutorial, or who decided to, for example, take advantage of the No One Has to Be Alone bead discount that we are currently having, 17% discount for the usual beads that we are using, gem duos, super duos, quarter, half, and regular TILA beads, and also the slender bugle beads, because soon we will also start working with slender bugle beads during No One Has to Be Alone. And thank you so much, because without your support, No One Has to Be Alone would not be here. So thank you for your support. And let's get back to the motif. So if we start from the middle, we will start with some size 11 round seed beads. I had them in one color, and then I used 2 colors of MIYUKI DELICA seed beads, size 11. You can use 1 color, 2 colors, even 3 colors if you would like to. That's completely up to you. Then you will also need some half TILA beads from MIYUKI, 2 whole half TILA beads. And again, it's up to you if you will use 1 color of the half TILA beads or 2 colors of the half TILA beads. I used some dark blue Picassos and some matte turquoise AB half TILA beads. And then you will also need some size 15 round seed beads. And then the rest is completely up to you, and it depends on how you would like to finish your jewel. So as you can see, I added a glass drop in metal setting, and then I also added, let me show you separately, I'm looking for the option of showing you also on my camera. Yeah. So I also added a square-shaped crystal connector in dark navy blue. I wanted to emphasize the color of this first half TILA beads more with this. And I used the Voluta earring hook. I didn't want to use something very, very special, like with lots of crystals or something, but this shape makes it look nice and elegant, I think. And I have everything on my bead mat already. Also, my needle is threaded with my usual FIRELINE. And let's get started. Are you ready, ladies? I hope so. Tell me if you are ready. I'm looking for the illustrations in the meanwhile, so I can also show them to you on the screen. And Read Marie, hi, she says, today I'm only checking in to watch your live stream and at the same time enjoy a pale ale. Cheers, Brit Marie. I forgot how do you say cheers in Swedish. I remember that it was something very simple and then I forgot. I'm sorry, I wanted to say it in Swedish. Lutka already has half a pear. That means you are ready, Lutka. Well done. And Lutka's colors are like water and ocean. I'm curious. Katja is ready. Belinda is ready. Shirley is ready. Gunel is ready. Amy, you are not ready, but she's watching. So nice to see you, Amy. I hope you are doing well. Skull. Thank you, Kata. Skull to all of my Swedish friends, all of our Swedish friends. I will get back to talking about Swedish traditions in a little while. So, let's get... Kata says, Midsummer is the shit. Oh, thank you, Sarah, for checking in and enjoy the dinner with your mom. See you later with your beautiful jewel. So, let's get started. I start by picking up 6 pieces of the round 11 seed beads. I leave a 5/6 inch, about 10 to 12 centimeters of a tail that I will secure later. And when I have the 6 beads, then I bead through all of them one more time to join them into a circle, and I bead through the very first one for a third time too. In this case, I am not tying a knot because I have felt that it feels good if the beads can move a little bit. Sometimes I feel that tying a knot is better. In this case, I have felt that it's better without a knot. And hi Chantal, nice to seeing you. And in step 2, I am filling in size 11 MIYUKI DELICA beads between the round 11 MIYUKI DELICA beads. I opted for 2 colors of MIYUKI DELICAs. These are the 2 in case you want to know. The first one is 2301 and the second one is 2106 if you would like to use the same in this design or in something else. So I used 2 shades of like orange, beige, whatever, a lighter one and then a darker one. So first I am filling in the lighter beads, one by one, between the round 11 seed beads. And as we start beading, I would like to say a big happy Midsummer Day to all of our Swedish friends. We had usually lots of Swedish beading friends with us. And today, as you can, I'm sure you have noticed, many of our Swedish beading friends said that they are just checking in, not beading, doing something else, drinking, having fun. And they will watch the broadcast later or they are just listening to it. So, happy Midsummer's Day to Sweden. And hi, Sharon. So, can I ask one of the eminent Swedish students of Beading School to tell you more about Midsummer's Day? So everyone can know what is it all about. In the meanwhile, I got already to step 3. We have 10 steps, but the first few are so fast that we are nearly finished. I am nearly finished with this first set of instructions. So in step 3, I will be adding pairs of the second color of the MIYUKI DELICA beads between the MIYUKI DELICA that I have added in the previous step. So when I pull my thread after adding a pair of beads, you see they open up into a V shape. And hi, Sherry! It's so nice to see you. So, I don't know if we have a Swedish beader here who can tell us about Midsummer, but what I have heard from Orkata, it is, well, a celebration of the longest day of the year, Midsummer Day. And I don't wonder that it's so important in a country like Sweden, where you even have days during the winter when the sun barely comes up. And Christina is beading. And Sandra says, we celebrate the longest day of the year. This includes dancing around flower pots like frogs, eating. Okay, we want a video about that, Sandra. And those Swedish beaders. Eating pickled herring and singing songs with mandatory schnapps. It sounds like, thank you so much for the explanation, Sandra. It sounds like a super fun holiday. I really hope that I can experience it one day. It seems to be really, really nice. And it's good that you mentioned the flower pot, as our beading friend Anna Lindell of 𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐂𝐄𝐊, she had a super nice project that celebrates Midsummer's Day and that shows you the flower ball. So I apologize, but I had to hide the instructions and my second camera for a little bit, but I really wanted to show you this because this is amazing. This is an amazing celebration of beading and creating together and beadwork in general. So this is what you can see on the picture. A flower pot, like the traditional ones that Sandra and everyone is dancing around like frogs at the moment. But what makes it special is that it is decorated by flowers made from beads. So our friend Anna Lindell, she organized the first community beading project of Sweden. And beaders living in Sweden were asked to make flowers from beads and send it to Anna. And Anna herself constructed this flower pole and attached all the 200 flowers to the flower pole. More than 20 beaders participated, and to give you an impression of how big it is, this is Anna and the flower pole. So it's more than 2 meters high, and as you can see, it's full of beaded flowers. And I bet many of you have flowers there on the flower pole. I know that Kata has there snow flowers. And as Maria says, the flower pole is at the moment on exhibition in Stockholm in a mall, and it will be afterward exhibited in more places. And it was even on a radio station, and I was talking about this beautiful community project, beading project on radio. And well, I want to congratulate everyone who participated, and wow, this is amazing, ladies. And Maria says, I am proud to participate. I don't wonder. This is great. So big congrats to everyone and kudos who participated on this, and big hugs to Anna for organizing this. Back to beading. Let's find my... Okay, here is my hand. And here are my instructions. And Kata also says, this was a great project, so proud to be a part of it. And kudos for Anna, to Anna for making it happen. Anna constructed the pole itself too, so that must have been a challenge. And Ula says, I made several of the flowers that Anna showed us here. And Sherry loves it too. And Sandra too. And in the meanwhile, Ula posted a video. I bet it's about the dancing. Thank you, Ula. I will check it out afterward. So, back to beading Petronella. I am now at step 4, and what I am doing is that I am exiting the first DELICA from a pair added in step 3. And now I pick up a round 15 seed bead. I bead through the second DELICA from that same pair. I bead through a DELICA added in step 2, and then I continue through a DELICA from the next pair. So I am adding round 15 seed beads in the middle of these small V shapes. I'm adding the point at the bottom of the V actually. And then I bead through 3 DELICA beads and I repeat this around and around the motif. And Gonel says, Midsummer's Eve is all about fruity. To get as much seed as possible, and a lot of children come from this night around 9 months from today. I get it now about all the alcohol that was mentioned. Ludka also likes the project. And Shirley says, I am curious, Erika, with all these lovely components, how do you decide when to stop? That's a good question. You know, like now when I am designing this project for Fridays, then I really keep in mind that it can't be too short, it can't be too much. We have to be able to finish it in an hour or maximum 2. But most importantly, I stop when I feel that I created something that gives you value, that it is an interesting component, and you will be able to play with it a lot, that it gives you opportunities. I love it especially if I can create something where you can, for example, sorry, just there is a problem with my cable. Okay, I hope the video will be okay. So I especially love motifs where you can decide that when do you stop, because you can also keep the motif smaller if I go for your style too big. But yeah, priority is design, that I stop when I feel that I created an interesting option that gives you plenty of room and hopefully will kickstart your creativity to like taking it forward. But yeah, I also keep in mind that it has to fit into our evening, so we don't rush, but also we don't get bored. So it is a combination of factors. So, and now I have added the last round 15 in between the two delicas, and then I continue beading until I have reached the second round 15 that I have added in this step. And now I'm switching over to the big beads and I will start adding the first color of the half tilas. So I am exiting around 15. I pick up 2 half tila beads in my first color, and then I bead through the next round 15. And this is how I continue all around. With this step, please make sure that your tension is right. If you struggle a bit with tension, you tend to be on the looser side, then I recommend to bead around 2 times to make this circle tighter. And Sherry says, I am curious, I was curious since I have just finished step 7 and looks totally lovely at that point. If you like it that way, surely keep it that way by any means. If it kickstarts your creativity, that's the most important for me. The goal is not to recreate the same that I have beaded. The goal is to bring you an idea that will then be made your own by your colors, by your style, by your own personality. So I am looking forward to seeing yours, Shirley. And Manuela says, hello everybody, sorry to be late. I was sunk in a package from Beadingschool that has just arrived. So it's actually my fault. Blame it on me, Manuela. Manuela is late because of me, and good to see you, Manuela. So what did you get? Tell us about it. I also got a Beadingschool package from our warehouse this week, and it was super nice. And Miriam says, I am done with my first Petronella. I try now to put an 8mm Rivoli in the middle. I need the need of bling and sparkle. Miriam, that will be beautiful. Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. 𝐂𝐋𝐈 is also ready with her first earring. And you know, like when I was thinking about preparing for today's meeting, then of course I knew that I want to show you Anna's maple, beaded maple. Sorry, I keep saying maple because we have maples at home. It's a flower pole, not a maple. It's not May anymore. It's June, even if it looks like November in the Netherlands. So I knew that I really wanted to show Anna's and yours beautiful flower pole. And you know, I was thinking about, Kata told me like, yeah, there probably be beaders from the regular Swedish gang who can't come today because they will be celebrating midsummer. And it made me think like, you know, it's so important to like take some time off. Of course, take some time off sometimes from beading, but it can be also beneficial for hobbies. But most importantly, to like take some time off of the regular days and do something special, to step back, to enjoy the time, maybe just by beading also, and to like take care of ourselves and to have a holiday instead of just working and pushing ourselves. So and it's so nice to hear about traditional holidays from all over the world. And okay, I will show step 6. So at first, so now I am adding DELICA beads in the middle of a pair. So I beaded through the first half TILA from a pair. I picked up a DELICA in my first gather, and then I bead through half TILA, round 15 half TILA, and then I continue exactly like this all around the motif. So I do this 6 times. And as you might know, recently I was also taking some time off. I was on a little holiday with Adam. We went biking to a beautiful parts of the Netherlands, and I came back, like, you know, it was like Yay, I will just do whatever I want. I will be reading, I will be beading and biking and walking around, and if possible, then eating ice cream and all kinds of nice food. And by letting myself just do whatever I want, my creativity, I got this into, you know, this phase flow. I just got into this beautiful state of mind when you are just enjoying the moment and just doing what you like. And I told you that I have made about 9 or 10 different new motifs, but I recounted them today and dug out one from the bottom of my bag. So I actually made 11 new jewels. Okay, not everything is finished yet, but the designs are born. So I managed to come up with 11 new designs, and I think it's just a great example that how beneficial it can be to take some time off on holidays, but also just when we feel that we need it, take a step back, and it gives us so much. And I wanted to ask you, like, how do this is like a very important form of taking care of ourselves, I think. And I wanted to ask you, and sometimes I have trouble with it. Do you do this? Do you take care of yourself? Do you sometimes allow yourself to have some time off? In the meanwhile, Manuela said about her order, beading school order. I ordered several things, but the 𝐻𝐿 Studio cabochon in Calypso Red is just breathtaking. That's a very beautiful one, Manuela. Enjoy playing with it very much. Niti was also playing with it recently. She put it on a filigree with cup chain. It looks so good. And I'm 100% sure that you will also come up with something beautiful. And now I have added the last pair of the last DELICA in the middle of a pair. And now I am beading through the open holes of 2 half TILA beads, and my thread is hanging into this towards this bigger gap where the MIYUKI DELICA bead is that I have just added in step 6. And in step 7, this is what Shirley suggested, that if you want to make a smaller flower, then it's enough to bead only until step 7, and she's so right, actually. So now I am exiting the outside holes of a pair of half TILA. I picked up 2 round 15 seed beads. I bead through the DELICA that I have just added, and then again 2 round 15 seed beads. I bead through the open holes, the second holes of 2 half TILA beads, and then I continue all around. So you see it around 15 seed beads, they are lining this V shape, this big gap nicely, and I think it looks really good, and Shirley is absolutely right. And I think by beading these small flowers and attaching them to each other, that would be a super nice bracelet. And in the meanwhile, I see some answers. Thank you so much. Faye, good morning, Faye. It's so funny, when I woke up, Faye wrote that she's going to sleep. And now when it's like 6 o'clock in the evening, she just got up to bead with us. So Faye says, definitely, it is so important. I love to read and listen to music if I am not beading. Very relaxing. That sounds super nice, Faye. And I'm glad that you are doing that. And Sherry says, When you have time to relax, it's really precious time. Need to do that so much or stress might take over. Thank you, Sherry. And Katy says, I do. During school vacations, I really take time off. The only thing I do is checking the mail. In July, I will do nothing for school. In August, I will slowly build up. That sounds really nice, Katy. Katy is working as a teacher, and it is the end of the school year now, so I bet that it is the highest time to take some time off, step back, and relax, to take care of yourself so you can return to your work, which I know that you really love, with full power later during the year. And Sharon says, I try to keep in mind that I have to take care of myself. Sometimes I can go swimming and get lost for a short time, or walk in the woods, but dancing is the best. That sounds super nice, Sharon. Like being also like physically active, we also have to do that. It's also like, of course, it feels good to bead and read and stay at home. I'm actually I love staying at home, being at home and enjoying my home. And sometimes I need to force myself to get out and be active. But active relaxation is also very, very important. And Ola says, I have a hard time letting myself relax. Need to work on that. Definitely, Ola. Please, please, please take care of yourself. I know that besides beading, even you have another beautiful hobby, gardening. And I bet that can feel super nice when you see the flowers and you see your plants, orchids. So please take care of yourself. For Shirley, beading is her relaxing time. And Gunnar says, I meditate and I am also doing some yoga. That sounds really nice, Gunnar. What kind of yoga do you do? I started, well, I have trouble with like really switching off. And recently I started to do meditations. And first, I used to meditate in the afternoon when I felt that I am tired, then I have to focus on like, unfortunately, it's not always only beading and designing and being with you, but sometimes like administration and taking care of technical issues and so on. And I used to meditate in the afternoon, but then I switched to morning when to like get ready for the day, and it feels so good. Just 10 minutes. I get up earlier than Adam, and then I go to the living room for 10 minutes. I have an app that I use, and it really made a big change for me. I wouldn't want to believe a couple of, well, maybe not even 2-3 months ago if you have told me, but this is really helping me. And Katy says, yes, I do. It was such a hard year with the COVID situation and pupils couldn't do their hobbies. I bet, Katy, for pupils and for teachers taking care of the pupils, this must have been being a teacher anyway. It's like, it's hard work. It's a very rewarding but very hard work. And these times, wow, I admire your strength, Katy. And Natalie says, I keep to the Italian concept of la dolce far niente, the sweetness of doing nothing. That is a very wise saying, Natalie. Thank you for sharing it with us. Hi, Anna! Anna's here. She says, just tuning in to say hi and wish you all a wonderful midsummer from a sunny Sweden. Happy, wonderful midsummer to you too, Anna. We were talking about you. We were looking at the beautiful flower pole. Thank you for organizing the project. It's wonderful. And enjoy the rest of the evening, and hi and hugs to the whole family. And Ula says, I need to do things that don't produce something, like reading, listening to music, or things like that. Yes. I feel you. I have the same feeling that I always have to like produce something. But just being and doing whatever feels good, that is so important. And Gunnar says, I am doing some Ayurvedic yoga or sometimes Siddha yoga. I have never heard of Siddha yoga, Gunnar. How is it? What is it? Can you tell us more? I have been doing some Ashtanga, but I don't have much experience besides that. Andrea, my friend and colleague whom I mentioned at the beginning, she's actually also a yoga teacher. I wanted to, we will hopefully one day do some yoga together also. She's also teaching yoga. And Kata says, walking gave me a lot of energy and mental strength. I'm longing for the swimming pool. Can't wait that it opens up. That sounds really nice, Kata. And I know that your immediate surroundings around your flat, that is such a nice area with the canal to walk around. And it's so nice that you are doing that for yourself. I think you also need to be like, it kind of also requires strength to being able to let go of tasks and to-do lists and say that this is important. I am taking care of myself. So, Connie, I use Meditor, I think the name. Just a sec. Yes, it's called Meditor. It's a donation-based app. And what I really like about it, okay, at first I will show step 8. So I am filling in now the second color of half TILA beads in the middle of these V-shaped gaps. So I am exiting the first round 15 seed bead. I pick up the second color of half TILA, and then I bead through round 15, 2 half TILA beads, the second holes of the first color of half TILA beads, and another round 15. And I pull my thread well, and this is how I go all around. So, yeah, donation-based app called Meditor. Thank you for asking, Honey. And what I like about it, that you can choose if you want some background noises. So I always choose that I want to feel like I am on a spring field, and then birds are chirping, and I have a hard time just doing nothing, just breathing. So the birds chirping in the background, that's enough. That keeps me focused and gets me into the mood. So that really, really helped me that this app gives me that option, and you can choose different kinds of noises, background noises, not only the chirping, but you can listen to a river, for example, some wind chimes. So you can find what works best for you. And Veronica says, I have 2 small kids, almost 4 years and 8 months. So relaxation is quite funny now. Well, I don't have children myself, but I know how demanding it is to take care of little ones. However, I I think that in these cases we really need to think about also the safety instructions in airplanes. We have to first take care of mommy, and when mommy is all right, she can take care of the kiddos because that's when she will have the energy and especially the positive energy. So it's so nice that you are here with us today, Veronica, and you do something that makes you happy and makes you hopefully proud because you are creating beautiful, beautiful things. So, very well done. And Anna says about her project, it was my pleasure. I am so happy about so many wonderful flowers from the ladies. It came out beautiful, Anna. You can be very, 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 very proud of yourself for organizing it, and all the Swedish ladies. I hope they are very proud of being part of this community project. And Kata says, today's walk was funny. Despite of the rain, when I got home, even my underwear was soaked, but I did almost 7 kilometers. Wow, Kata, that's a long walk. It's wonderful that you are doing this for yourself. And Kunal says, both types of yoga she mentioned are from India. Siddha yoga is in a way more for your mind. Thank you for the explanation, Kunal. And Brit Marie says, I walk a lot and listen to books. I need to keep my focus on just a couple of things at a time. Listening to audiobooks also is so nice, by the way. I sometimes listen to audiobooks while I am beading, and that keeps me focused on the project. I stop checking my my social media and emails, and I get done a lot more. And I don't have to choose between beading and reading, so that's wonderful. And I have now finished step 8, and I finished by exiting a pair of 𝐂𝐿 beads here. So I am exiting the outside hole of my first color of 𝐂𝐿. I am not beading through the small round 15 seed bead that's next to it, and my thread is hanging towards this second color of 𝐂𝐿 that I have just added. And in step 9, I start by picking up 2 MIYUKI DELICA beads and then around 15 seed bead, and I bead through the outside hole of the new 𝐂𝐿 bead. And then reverse order, I pick up around 15 seed bead and 2 DELICA beads, and then I bead through 2 𝐂𝐿 beads. And this is how I bead all around. And this is actually also a point after step 9 where theoretically you can stop if you prefer the look of this. If you prefer the look of this. And Faye also loves audiobooks. And Miriam is also most of the time when she's beading, she's also listening to audiobooks. I think it's a super nice opportunity that we have. I used to read a lot, especially during university. So I was studying literature and also history of art. So sometimes we had weeks when we had to read 2 novels during 1 week, and it was insane. We were reading like literally every moment when we were awake. And since then, I was not reading that much. I was always reading something, but I was not reading that much. And now I am returning to it. So also thanks to audiobooks. So it feels really nice. And ladies, give me please a little update about your beading. How are you doing with it? What are you making? What kind of motif it will be? Earring, pendant, bracelet, brooch? What colors are you using? And how is it going? Do you have a question maybe about the motif? Or is it going well? I am curious. Here in this step, please be super careful, because even if the TILA family beads are pretty big, they are made of thin glass, so they can be fragile, especially if you are using matte beads. So when you are beading through the second holes of the pair from the first color, then please be careful that you don't break the beads. And Faye says, I have finished my first motif. I have used pinks and silvers today. Not sure what it will be. Sounds good, Faye. The decision can come later. No hurry. And Ola is working on something secret. Is it connected to some kind of competition, maybe? Brit Marie is preparing dinner and watching. What are you cooking, Brit Marie? And Miriam says, I put a chaton, not Rivoli, in the middle and attached it to a filigree brooch. That sounds like a very, very, very nice kind of jewel. Oh, chaton from a Preciosa box, maybe? Shirley says, my colors are silver-lined fuchsia, raspberry, and bronze. I think it may become a bracelet. You know, there are some motifs which just want to be bracelets, and I rarely have the time to be the full bracelet. I usually stick to earrings or brooches or pendants, mostly earrings and brooches. And I think Petronella is one of those when they want to be a bracelet. Petronella wants to be a bracelet. So thank you, Shirley. Kata says, I made two, but in different colors. Happy with both and got some inspiration for the next steps. Oh, that's wonderful, Kata. I saw your colors that you showed me before the broadcast, and they just looked so summery and so happy, and that felt so good. And Sandra says, just finished step 9. I'm using yellow and gray half TILAs, orange delicas, and gunmetal size 15s. That sounds super nice, Sandra. You know, I always loved yellow, but I kept kind of like forgetting about how nice it is to work with like sunshine colored beads. So I am so grateful to Pantone to bringing me back to yellow and to like giving it more attention. And now I see lots of beaders working with yellow, and it's just, I think that's the happiest color. And when we are using yellow, I think even I also like to tone it down with gray shades, to make it elegant like you did, or how it is in the original Pantone 2021 color combination. But even then with gray, it's such a happy color. I love it. And we got to step 10, and here you see a big version of a detail, because this is a little bit tricky. So I start step 10 with my thread hanging from a group of 2 DELICA beads and around 15 that I have added during the previous step, and it is hanging towards the half TILA. And what I am doing now is that I pick up 2 MIYUKI DELICA beads around 15 and another MIYUKI DELICA, and then I will bead through the second hole of the half TILA backwards, so towards the first exit point. And when I pull my thread, you see that there is this V shape formed around the outside of the half TILA. And then I bead through 2 DELICA beads. At this point, I like to tighten my thread, and I skipped around 15 in between, and I bead through the last 2 DELICA beads. I need to now arrange it a little bit that the round 15 sticks out nicely towards the outside of the motif, and then I bead through round 15 and 2 DELICA beads, and I pull my thread. And now I pick up 3 DELICA beads, I bead through 2 DELICA and around 15, and I repeat it all around, repeat this all around the motif. So I add this combination of 2 DELICAs, round 15, 2 DELICAs over the second hole of the half TILA, and I add a group of 3 DELICA beads in between the 2 half TILA beads. Was it clear how I explained this? Please tell me. And Ula says, I can say colors: silver, denim, and rainbow gray. That sounds super nice, Ula. I'm curious. And Natalie says, light vitriol and light amethyst TILA beads, Capri blue and red violet delicas, purple iris 15s, and silver 11s, but it needs more contrast. Maybe by adding something in the middle, like Miriam did. We know now that it's possible to add a chaton, but if you want an easy fix and you want some contrast, then what I like doing when I am done with the motif, but I'm not 100% sure about the colors, that it needs something popping, then I like adding a suwon rhinestone in the middle. I like to use the 4mm ones. They tend to fit everything. So this is what I did also with this little motif, one of those that I have made during the holiday, and that is coming soon in a week or two, for No One Has to Bead Alone. Many of you have ordered already the slender bugle beads, because I told that we will be using them during the Fridays, but I want to give you a little bit more time until you receive them. I don't want you to miss out on a No One Has to Bead Alone workshop together, because the package with the slender bugles is still traveling. So for next week, I designed a little motif. Okay, this is going to be a bracelet with beads that I'm pretty sure that you have at home, again with the rhinestone in the middle. So this is coming next week. to give you more time to receive the packages. And even if you order today or during the weekend, to take advantage of the sale that we are having, then hopefully you should receive the bugle beads, so then we can bead this together 2 weeks from today. And Katie says that this is the one that why I ordered the bugles. Oh, I'm so happy that you like it, Katie. Like, I am happy with this one. And this is also a motif that I think will want to become a bracelet. If some of you will have time and energy and the inspiration to bead a bracelet. And by the way, I used here the 6mm faceted Preciosa bead, the round one, from one of the boxes, the pink sapphire. And I think it looks so nice. And Katja says about yellow. At first I didn't like yellow, but now I started to play with it, and I have to say I like it now. I think our taste is evolving too. I was the same at the very beginning of my beading journey, and now it is like one of my favorites. And I'm happy to know that I will see more yellow from you too, Katja. Okay, Belinda and Faye say that the instructions are clear. I'm happy. Thank you, ladies. And Brit Marie, what is Brit Marie cooking? Homemade potato salad and beef tagliata, roasted garlic mayonnaise. I love roasted garlic. Served with some appassionamento wine. That sounds really good, Brit Marie. Oh, roasted garlic is great. I see that potato salad is probably something special for midsummer, right? Because I know that Kata made some potato salad too. Lynn also likes the bugles. I have actually more designs with bugle beads, and I think they add something dramatic to the motifs. Just a sneak peek of another bracelet, work in progress. And so we will be using them. Okay, I have one more. I'm not sure if I showed you this on Tuesday when I was showing you the designs. I hope you like this. Again, some swan rhinestones and gem duos and preciosa and bugle beads. So this is also coming. And by the way, there will be also motifs without bugle beads. And I have like one more design where I have used bugle beads, and I will not show it to you for now. This is also like just the backside. I showed you the backside on Tuesday, and this is the one that I am the happiest with from my holiday. And I was so looking forward to bead this already. I prepared some of the components maybe half a year ago because I liked the colors together. This is the one I'm talking about. And then I already beaded another version in it, in another color combination. And what I wanted to say is that by allowing myself to just play and do whatever I like, I came up with stuff that I did not expect. So I'm super happy about this duo and the shape too, but also the second color combination that I have put together. I think it came out really nice, and I'm going to show it to you next Tuesday during coffee time with Erika. And Sherry says potato salad is a must for summer. Oh, and Brit Marie is also making dessert. Strawberries with lime, sugar, and white chocolate panna cotta. sounds amazing, Rit Marie. Can you FedEx me some, please? And Veronka says, I love yellow. I wear it a lot. All those happy and bold colors, especially in summer, but also in winter when everything is so dark and kind of sad. I really need a splash of a happy color to feel more positive. I'm with you. I recently bought a yellow dress and it makes me feel so good when I am wearing it. It changes my mood instantly. And Kata says, the small new potatoes are ready for this summer of the year in Sweden, so that's why it's special. I see. Thank you, Kata, for the info. And I'm really happy, ladies, that you like the new designs. I'm super happy about them. So I am really looking forward to beating them with you. So this is how back to beading. I want to show you at least one more time, adding the DELICA beads over the top of the half TILA. So I picked up 2 DELICAs, then the round 15 and 2 more DELICAs. And then I bead through the outside hole of the half TILA, and I bead only through the DELICAs, but not the round 15. I pull the thread to shape the beads. I bead through around 15 and 2 DELICAs, and then I fill in 3 DELICA beads over the pair of the first color of the half TILAs. So ladies, how is this part for you? Is it going all right? I see that we are well over 1 hour, 1 hour 20 nearly. So I will soon say goodbye to you, but I want to make sure that this part is also clear to you. So please let me know if you have any questions about Petronella. This is how I finished mine, the first, and how I will finish the second too. So I have a complete pair with a square-shaped crystal connector with a glass drop-in metal setting. This shape is also coming soon. And then the Volta earring hook. And Kunal uses turquoise, metallic, and pink. That sounds good. And Belinda is also done with her first one. Katie, thank you. Okay, so I see no questions. So I hope that beading will go well. And I am already looking forward to seeing all your beautiful creations. Natalie says that this would be a wonderful snowflake. And that's so true. I think this will make a beautiful Christmas ornament indeed. Wow, good idea, Natalie. Thank you so much. So ladies, keep us posted in the Beading School Club. I am looking forward to seeing your work in progress pieces or your finished jewels, especially. If you need some nice reading, then I would like to mention one more time the Meet the Jury of the contest article. And also there is a new article about all the beautiful Regina motifs that you beaded on the Beading School blog. And if you want to get ready for upcoming No One Has to Bead Alone workshops, then visit the beadingschool.com website, and we are waiting for you with a 17% discount for the most usual bead shapes that we are using on Fridays, gem duos, super duos. We have lots of new colors. also half TILAs, quarter TILAs, and the full TILA beads, and the slender bugles. And if you place an order for at least 50 euros, then we will also pack a little extra gift to you. Kathy already received it and she likes it. And Veronka says, so today I got a thought about how really nice it would be to receive some kind of subscription surprise box from you every month. And now I can't stop thinking about it. That would be so nice. I would definitely buy it. My dear Veronka, please keep close to us. We are coming with some very big things a little bit later this year. We may fulfill your dreams. That's so funny. Thank you very much, everyone. And wishing you all happy midsummer and happy beading. And take care and see you very soon. Bye bye, ladies. Bye bye.